Hey guys, Fong here. Just got done watching Get Hook, a pirate musical. They call it. And I'm about to do a review for it. And if you haven't seen the show, um, number one, bad news. It was the last show, so you can't go see it anymore. And second, this is going to be a spoiler review. I'm going to talk about plot points from start to finish. So if you haven't seen it, and you don't care about spoilers, stay here. If you have seen it, stay here to hear what I have to say. Just stick around and listen to what I have to say. Hold on. I'm gonna read the synopsis first. He said, "Get Hooked, a pirate musical. This is a tales, excuse me, of a young pirate named Thelonious Merrington, who, after being left for dead by her evil captain, Magnus Gale, embarked on an epic music fill quest for justice." I'm sorry, I'm terrible at reading. Along the way, she is accompanied by a few surviving crewmates, some willing volunteers, and more pirate joke than the mic can handle. Now, do keep in mind that this musical is written, produced, directed, and acted by um, mostly college student and some high school student, because they graduated. So should call them college student. Um, but the point being, they're all teenagers. They're not like professional writers. They're not like, you know, these amazing writers that like that you've seen, like shows like the Guys and Dolls and Grease, all of that. It's not that. So it would be silly of me to go into this expecting that kind of qualities. I mean, I'm not trying to like offend anyone, but just I'm just being realistic. Like going into this, I know that this is like a fun show by a student who just trying to have like a fun summer project, and it's not going to be anywhere near the qualities of these show that they've done in the past. So like I know that. So going in this show, um I don't want to say that my expectation were low, because it wasn't. I know these people. I have class with them. I've seen them in plays, and they are some of the more talented people that I've ever known, right? And but what I'm trying to say is that this is not a professional sort of play where it's directed by teacher or director. This is all student. Like this project is all student, and it's really fresh to get original stuff like right now, because we live in the age of like remakes and sequels and prequels and another remakes. So it's even with I'm not just talking about the movie. I'm talking about um like plays that we do in school. We just do things that have been done before. So it's actually really really good, and it's like this the feeling of it is just make me happy that we're getting original stuff from student. It is great. So the the show opened with this battle sequence with our main characters in the middle of it, not fighting anybody, like people just fighting back and forth, but she's just standing there, just sort of scared and doesn't have any weapons on her hands, and then eventually she fell off into the ocean. Hi mom. Con tắm rồi. Trước khi con đi. Yeah. Mom, con đang quay phim, mom đừng nói gì chứ. Sorry about that. That was my mom. Anyway, so after that battle sequence, they cut to like a bar. They're in a bar, and she's like in the middle tables, like just like pass out. There's people around her talking, and it just like that sequence was really really cool because it sort of introduced the audience to like the world that they're building, right? In this world, the actors and the character they're playing, they interact with the music people, which is pretty cool. And then midway through the scenes, they start interacting with us. And at first, that's something I was like. At first, I was like, this gonna take some really really clever writings and extreme talents to pull this off. So at first, I wasn't sure about this, the whole fourth wall breaking. And then after there's a scene after that, and after that scene, I was like, yep, this this is perfect. This is exactly what I need. Um, so that was cool. Dan, my man Dan Daniels, he had this funny moment where he's like, he stole my diary or something, and one of the ladies in front, she like react to it, and he's looking at her, thank you. I was like, oh my god, that was clever. I like that. And that whole scene was great. Like they have great chemistry, and at the end of that scene, she she had the ship, she has a crew, and she went on to the journey. And there's this amazing moment where our main character's, her name I keep forgetting, Thelonious. Thelonious like won this rock paper scissors battles with the Via. And then there's this guy who came in and is like, I have a ship. I'm a ship seller. Is that even a word? And she's like, oh, I need a ship, and I can give you all these things. And he's like, you know what? Go ahead, have the ship. And he reached for his pocket, took out like car keys, threw it to her. She caught it, and she like, oh, great, I got the ship. And then when she pressed the button, the sound of the car, the beep beep, that sounds when I was like, yep, this is gonna be a good time. And so that scene's done. We went into the villain, the intro to our villain, Magnus Gale, played by none others than my man Will Pratt. Excuse me. Now this role, I feel like, was made for him. Like everything about this character, just yelling Will Pratt, because it's just the right amount of silliness, over the top, like all the makeup, and like he gets to like play with the fake weapons, a silly hat, all that. It just like, if you've ever taken like an acting class with Will, like that dude is nut. Like, and you look at that performance, that is just Will at his best. Um, like right from the beginning of that moment, that scenes, he was on the chair, and like Green Hooks, I think his like his assistants or something, spinning him around with the chair, and someone came in and is like, stop the spinning. And then he stopped at like he hasn't like complete his like circulation, and he's like, man, you better complete that. So he turned him to the guy he's supposed to talk to. It was great. It was just great humor, that scene. And it has probably my favorite song in the whole play. It's just like, I love being a villain or something. It was a great song. And to know that if these songs are not like not song from, again, professional writers, just these students, they made those songs, That's amazing. Like these songs, they're just as good as any song you would hear from, you know, musicals and plays and, you know, just modern music. But anyway, um, so that scene was great. He kills someone. I mean, any villain would do in the intro, kill someone. Um, this villain, he's like a little bit Jack Sparrow, a little bit Blackbeard from the fourth Pirate of the Caribbean movie, a little bit Davy Jones, and a little bit Jafar from um, that's Disney movie that I can't remember the name of. Aladdin, a little bit of him, but he was just so entertaining to watch. And after that point, the story got a bit, you know, kind of drag a bit, because they had to set up this, like, you know, our main heroine, excuse me, our main heroine. Oh my god. Sorry about that. Anyway, so they try to set up this like internal sort of conflict for our main heroine, because all her crew is dead, trying to, you know, take on Gale. So she's like, I don't know what I'm gonna do. Let's just get back to the islands and get drunk. And her friend is like, no, you gotta do this, man. You gotta, you're like, you make it this far. Let's just finish the jobs. And she's like, okay, whatever. Let's do this. And like the like throughout the entire runtime, the audience is one of the greatest thing about this play is that the audience, we the audience, we are for the most part of this play almost, because we get to interact with the performers and vice versa, and same with the music people, like the actor, they, you know, saying jokes and, you know, just sort of, there's a moment where the pianist sort of have like a tantrum because one of the performers told him to, like, you can stop the music or whatever, and he just threw his tantrum. And at first it was really funny, but then I thought it went on for too long, and like in that part there's some character who's trying to like give a speech. So having the pianist throwing a tantrum like that, it was cool. It was a cool idea, but have it as a part where he's the focus, right? The pianist is the focus, but now the audience is trying to focus on, I think it was Dan Villa. They're trying to like give us like this important speech, and in the background, this guy just throwing stuff on the stage, and I'm like, yeah, okay, it was funny at first, but like you can stop now. But in any event, he stopped eventually, and then they finished the speech and went on to kill Gale. And I just feel like in the middle chunk, there's like the villain is not in there a lot, and I feel like they could have used more of him in like the middle chunk to sort of strengthen like this internal conflict within our main heroine. Sorry. But like, I'm not trying to complain. It was a good play. So I'm just pointing out things that I like and things that I didn't like about the show. So after that, they had like this big battle, and at first you thought it's gonna be like, because they all have like swords, they all have like these weapons, and the weapon looks great. Like, I mean, it's obviously fake, but like it looks it looks like something I would do. You know what I mean? Like something that I would will like in my house, just like, you know, stabbing and just attacking my family for no reason. It's really fun. And right at the moment, I thought they were gonna have like this epic battle. They start dancing. Oh my god, that was great! Like the music start playing, and they just start like dancing. Like the sword play is like interacting with the music. It was cool. It was really cool. And they and like there's a moment where um I think Will stab Via, and it was like fun, really fun. And pow, stab, and the music stopped, and then the lights turned red, and it's like the whole mood in the audience just they went from ha ha ha, they went to all of a sudden, and it was cool. It was really cool. And then people start dying when you know just dying left and right, and come to a point where there's only two people on stage. That is Will and I think her. I'm sorry. I'm really sorry if I messed up your name. I think your name is. Wait, hold up. I'm gonna ask Tran. Yay. Who play the main hero? Elise. Okay. Come on. So okay. So Will and Elise is going at it, and they're having this battle, arguing, and then Will's like, "Ah, I know everything about you." When like when she's talking, and then, like he's turned around, and he's just like saying everything that she said. That was great. That was great. And then eventually she stabbed him with like a wooden sword, and they all die. And then she's like, "Yeah, we did it." And she turned around, all of her friends dead, and then the show just kind of end like that. And my biggest complaint about the show is it's probably gonna, if I have to pick one, it's probably gonna be the ending, because it just felt really rushed. It's just like that, and I feel like it could have been like, if you want to go for like a dark, unhappy ending, just have her like break down, crying like, "Oh my gosh, I fail you guys," or just like, I don't know, man. Like if you're thinking like a more positive, like a happier ending, just have like another scene, like blackout, and then having another scene where she's just like standing in front of all these like tomb, and she's not crying, right? She's just like smiling and like, "It's been an honor going on this journey with you guys. Thank you for everything you've done for me." And saying something about a pirate life, like something that comes out of a Pirate of the Caribbean movie, and then like something like that. I don't know, but I feel like the ending's kind of rushed. Like the moment they start standing up clapping, I look at Trey, I'm like, "That's it? Oh my god, I want more. There's gotta be more." Oh man, but anyway, there's another moment that I really like. There's a sequence that so Will and Elise is like on stage together. Is like at the aftermath of their big battle, the ship battle, and the two of them on stage to get together, but the two characters, they're in two different ship. But and then they start singing this song, and like the way they interact with each other, it's almost like they they can see each other, the two actors, but the two characters, they're not. They're just singing. And the best part about the show is that the singing, like these guys, they know they're singing. Like there's a moment where like a bartender just came out like, if you guys start singing, I'm gonna lose my shit. Well, she didn't say it like that because they're obviously kid in the audience, but it's that's the idea. Um, yeah, I think that's all I have to say about the show. It's not a perfect show by any means, but as far as I'm concerned, This is about as good as get in terms of like student projects and all that. Like, I'm a student. I've done some project before. I did a short movie called Rush Hour on Jump Street. Was it good? Heck no. Did I enjoy it? Fuck yeah. Um. Anyway, this show, if I have to like describe it, you know how like movie they have, like critics, like things that critics said, and then they put it on like a trailer or something to get people to go see the movie. My sentence for or couple sentence for this musical would be: imagine Pirate of the Caribbean, but a Disney. Well, Pirate of the Caribbean is a Disney franchise, but think of them. Think Pirate of the Caribbean as a Disney cartoon, and someone adapted that cartoon to a musical, like a play, and then they sprinkle like Salt Bay style, sprinkle a little bit of Deadpool humor into it, because it's really meta. Like, I don't know if you guys know that term, but the show is really really meta. And what it means is that it's really self-aware, and the characters are not afraid to break walls. They're not afraid to acknowledge that, um, this is a play. You know what I mean? Like, you are a character, and you know that you are a character in a play, sort of things. So yeah, that's what I mean by Deadpool's sprinkle around. So yeah, and it's a good thing. Trust me. Um, this world really could really use a little bit more Deadpool. But in any event, let's wrap this review up with big thumbs up. Hats off to everybody who's involved in the show. You all did great jobs. Ran into Elena, who's the producer of the show. I'm really surprised that she's and many others not in the show, because that would have been really fun if like everybody just came back for this show. But I was happy with what I got. So yeah. There you go. That's my review. Spoiler review for Get Hooked. It's a Pirates musical. I hope you guys enjoy it, and I look forward to review the two central plays, the spring musical and the fall plays, this year. Um, and I hope you guys enjoy watching this video, and I hope you guys going to enjoy my future videos. So, yeah. All right. It is 9:30, and it's probably be 10:30 by the time I upload this video. But someone's coming down. It's my mom again. But all right. Thank you. Bye, guys. Good night, and may the force be with you.